Welcome, guys. Today's topic: two surprising places men love to be touched. Now, before we talk about these exact and precise places, I want to talk about the general thing that we're doing in terms of sex with a man. So, first of all, let's group it into three categories of the sex that we're having, right? We've got our quickie, we've got our mid-range, and we've got our long-term sex. So we've got kind of like, if we talk about food, we've got our snack, we've got our two-course lunch where maybe we have like a salad and then dessert, and then we've got our fancy seven-course dinner. And what we're going to talk about today is more geared towards the seven-course dinner, where it's a long-term, like, enjoyable sexual experience. And the reason we want to get into this is because this is where more advanced foreplay can happen. This is where more fun things are going to happen, where you're really experimenting. And so this is not for the quickie where it's kind of like sex 101. What we're going to do today is sex 305. All right? So now that we're on that page, that this is kind of that sexual experience that's maybe an hour, 2 hours, 5 hours, like a long sexual experience where you're enjoying each other, exploring each other. Now let's get into it. So the first spot is actually his wrist. Now, if you look at my wrist, and this might be hard to see, well, especially when I put it down this way with gravity, you'll look, there's a lot of veins. So even look at your wrist right now, especially when you put it downward, so gravity can kind of take over your skin a little bit. You'll see a lot of veins. And veins are more sensitive than the rest of your skin. All right? So what that means is when you find your way to his wrist, it's just a tad more sensitive than the rest of his body. So if we're exploring, and once again, let's start at the beginning here. Think about the best sexual experiences you've had where a man was exploring your entire body, whether it be with his mouth or with his hands, and he just seemed to crave every ounce of you and every piece of you. And you're like, wow, like this, I've never felt more beautiful. I've never felt more desired, more sought after. Well, this is where men are exactly like you. So we are typically considered the less beautiful sex, right? Being male, and rightfully so. But we still want to feel sought after. We still want to feel handsome. We want to feel sexy. And that comes from a woman that's willing to explore our body and willing to, and excited about it. If you're, going up our neck and down our body and even finding your way to our arms with either your hands or your mouth, it's like, wow, she's into me and I'm getting hot and I'm enjoying this. Now, with all that being said, we can find our way to the wrist. And what's so exciting about the wrist is it's more sensitive, and it's not the typical stuff that you're hearing. Like, obviously, if we're in Sex 101, his most sensitive area is the top of his penis, right? We all know that. But that's boring if we're every time we're having sex, it's quickie mode where we go straight to his penis. Well, it's predictable and it's not exciting, and he doesn't feel sought after. He's just like, all right, she's going through the drill. She knows how to make me orgasm. This is the process. But what's more exciting when you're doing your 7-course sexual experience is exploring the body. And so let's say you're caressing. So we'll show you just gently touching, and you find your way here. Maybe you have long nails and you're finding your way to his wrist. And you get there and you're exploring everything and you're touching, and then you eventually end here. And maybe you tease by going to his erogenous zone down that way, and then you head back. So he's like, when is it coming? Like, obviously at some point he does want you to go down there, but first let's explore these fun areas. Let's kiss his neck. Let's kiss his cheek. Let's kiss everywhere. Let's caress everywhere, slowly, gently. And let's ask him what he enjoys. And then let's do it. But this caressing is great. And even, let's say, you're going to pregame, or you're trying to get him excited. Maybe you go on a hike and you take a break and you decide, well, I just want to rub his arm. And then, but I remember that this is the most sensitive area. So I'm going to tease and eventually get there. And I'm going to go around. And maybe the hike escalates because wow, this is kind of getting me horny. And maybe you decide to go find a place in the woods. Or maybe more exciting, he gets like excited and remembers this, and now he can't wait to take you home so that you can have a much more private, fun session. Now, the second surprising spot, you guys are not going to believe this, is actually on the reverse side of the kneecap. And once again, this is both sexes, so this will show off your prowess. Maybe you're caressing his hamstring, and maybe you're giving him a massage, and you decide to go from massage to what a lot of men enjoy as the most fun part of the caressing part of the massage. And maybe you're just going up and down his hamstring with your nails very gently and barely touching the skin. And maybe at times coming off the skin and wondering when you're going to come back to the skin. But ultimately, it's a little more sensitive than the rest of the body right under the knee. So these are the two spots, the knee and the wrist. Under the knee, not the top of the knee, on the backside. Now, what's cool about these two spots is when you start doing this with a man, when you're exploring his body, you know, part of the sexual experience and the qualifying of a partner and the enjoyment is seeing what their skill set is. And when you add this to your repertoire, you're not, once again, in 101. You're in 305 now. And he's like, wow, not only do I have this amazing woman, but I have this partner that understands my body, understands how to have sex, understands how to have fun. So adding this to your repertoire is really cool. It's going to make him more excited to be with you. And it allows you to explore and have more fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm Mike Goldstein of EasyDatingCoach.com. If you enjoyed, make sure you hit subscribe and hit the bell. If you're already subscribed, I only have 20% of you that have hit the bell, so you don't know when new videos are coming out. So I put one out every Tuesday. This will notify you. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, the wrist and under the knee, and watch him squirm in excitement and tease him, eventually get there, come back to that area, maybe go to his erogenous area and then leave it. Like, let's have fun. Let's be the sex like goddess that you are, and play with him and have fun. Anyway, hope this was helpful, guys. In the comments, let me know how it goes. Try it out. And if you're shocked by these spots, you should be, because not many people know about it, but now you do. So I got you. You're going to have more fun in the bedroom. I love all of you. Bye.